Movie, I'm going to show you how to mark up a script. The first thing you need to do is select your endpoint. So simply click where you want your line to start and choose Start from the popover. Then the next step is to set your endpoint. So we're going to go down here and select End. Now that you have a yellow highlighted section, to add a markup, all you need to do is click the Add button at the top. To do another line, simply click in your new position. The line will move over. So if your start and end positions are unchanged, simply click Add again. To do another line, but with a different start and end point, all you need to do is edit the start and end point and add. As you can see, the template attempts to work out what the next setup will be. You may need to edit that. And then we'll just do one more here. And that's the basics of adding a markup. Once you've got a markup, you may want to actually edit the markup. So what we're going to do, as you can see, we're on setup 3C and the entire markup is selected. So if I click on the selection choices, I can turn the entire markup section into a squiggle, a dirty squiggle, or back to a line. If I go down here and change the endpoint of my selection, then it obviously just adjusts the selection. So I'm going to reselect this whole markup by choosing S for select. And now I'm going to move on to paragraph. So to do the same thing, we can adjust a paragraph. This is based on where the horizontal blue line is. So you can move that, either click here, or if you click over in the left or right margin, you don't get the popover. So let's say we want to adjust this paragraph. So we park on the paragraph and then we choose to edit or overwrite it back to a markup. The next thing we can do is we can affect things by character. So we're going to park here on the character mummy, and if we work on the character, what's going to happen when we make a selection here is everything from our current position to the end of the highlighted section is going to be impacted. So let's say that that's off camera, so we're going to set to a squiggle, and as you can see, everything from the end, from the current position to the end, is set to be a squiggle. So if we go down to this speech, select the character name and do it, you'll notice that the speech above is not impacted, just the one at the bottom. Oh, sorry, that was paragraph. Let's go to character, and as you can see, straight to the bottom. So you can obviously see what's happening there. The other choice that we have is at position. So at position is basically where your highlighted section is and your horizontal selection. So here I can choose to put a top or a bottom line, up or down arrows. We can do a take start, a take end, a right arrow, left arrow, cross axes, or back to a straight line. The next thing you may want to do is move a selection around the screen. So let's say we want to move this selection here. So I'm going to click on this setup. I'm going to choose S to select it. And now I can move right, or I can move it back left. So if you end up wanting to adjust things to make everything a little bit better, then that's the way to go. Alternately, or as well as up here, you can adjust whether the slating progresses US or UK. So in the US, it will just go A, B, C, D, etc. And UK, it'll just increase numerically. Other choices you have to set the number of cameras. So we could have a 2-camera setup, a 3-camera setup, and we can have the markup different colors and the notes that's attached to them different colors, like the slate size. So we'll do one here as 2 cameras. So we'll just move over here. We'll use our existing in and out points, and we'll just add. And as you can see, we now get double lines. So if you have more than 3 cameras, you're actually going to have to do things twice. And we'll make that a D as well. So we're just doing this as 2 cameras. So that way you can see that you've got 4 cameras. We're going to delete that. Let's delete that properly. So deleting is the same. You just select a section and then choose delete, and the deleted section will disappear. So the next thing you might want to do is add a note to a setup. So click once and then click again, and you end up in the note field. So here we can put little notes. We can do the return key, and we can put, oh, that's not right, hand left, and return down, or shift return. You'll also note that these notes are connected to the markup. So we'll select the full markup, and then if we move, the notes will move with it. If you want to remove, just click twice and then delete. So the things that can make life a little bit quicker is to start using your keyboard shortcuts. So as you can see down here, we have a few. So to start, we can use Control click, or end, we can use Option click. So rather than using the popovers, if you hold down the Control key and click anywhere on the screen, that will set a new in position. And if you use Option click, it will set the end position. Likewise, if you want to select an existing markup, rather than clicking on the S, you just hold down the Shift key and click on a line. Other keyboard shortcuts are up here. So you can look at Command N to add, Command D to duplicate. So that means if the same in and out points and everything, you can duplicate and just rename a setup. You can move left, move the selection markup left and right, or you can actually move the highlighted area left and right using these keys. So it's a good thing to get used to using your keyboard shortcuts. But basically that's everything it takes to marking up a script.